Hi friends, my name is Tina. Welcome to my channel. I am so happy that you're all here. And if you're new here, I'm so happy you're joining me as well. I hope while you're here, you'll please consider clicking that subscribe button and the notification bell. I do upload new videos every Sunday morning. And if you like this type of video, I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. In today's video, I wanted to give you an update on using my Mito Pro Red Light. I am coming up on having used this for almost a year. I'm just a few weeks short of a year. So I wanted to go ahead and give you some updates on some changes that I've made to my red light routine, and then show you any recent progress or improvements in my skin that I've noticed since I did my first red light video, which I will go ahead and I will link below in the description box if you haven't seen that one. When I first started using my red light almost a year ago, I was so gung-ho and I jumped in and I was doing on average like 6 to 7 treatments a week. And I have to tell you now, I am down to 4 times a week that I treat my face and neck. I'm still doing 10-minute treatments, but I am down to 4 times a week instead of 7 times a week. I've read that sometimes, more is not better, where you do need to be consistent with this red light. So in order to keep seeing the results, you obviously have to keep using it, but I don't think that daily use is necessary to keep seeing the benefits in your skin. And that's just my personal opinion. So that's the first change of my red light routine. The next thing that I changed is the distance away from the machine that I get. I'm going to go ahead and insert a video of how I use this now. You can see I am very close to this machine. There are times when my chin is actually touching the unit. When I first started using this red light, I was probably about 8 to 10 inches away from the machine. This thing is very bright. It's really bright, but after reading more about red light and watching some other YouTubers, I decided I want that power, I want that light as close to my skin as possible. So that's why I started moving closer. And the unit does get warm. There is a fan that runs constantly. And I do have rosacea, which is very sensitive to temperatures. When I get hot, my cheeks are bright red. But I have to tell you that it's just a real gentle warmth, even being as close as I am in the video that I just showed you. It's not uncomfortable. I don't get hot. My cheeks do not get red after using this. It feels good. So that's why I have decided to move closer for my treatment. So that's another change that I have made. The Mito Red Light Pro comes with these little goggles that they suggest that you wear. And I found that when I was wearing the goggles for treatments, it must just be, aging skin, but the marks from these goggles would leave lines around my eyes, marks into my skin that would last sometimes like an hour after I had treated my skin. And, obviously, it's not detrimental, but it didn't look very good. So what I have been doing since is that I roll up or, fold up a little cotton round, and I kind of stick it into the goggle so that the cotton round is what's hitting my skin instead of the goggles. And I can now treat myself. I take these off and I have no little raccoon marks around my eyes, which is just a little thing, but I found that that's really helpful for me. Another thing I wanted to share with you is since using my red light, I would notice when I got done with the treatment and I would look into the mirror that it looked like my skin had a glow. And I wasn't really sure if it was just in my imagination or if I was really seeing anything. So what I decided to do today is I took a picture of my face right before I started my red light treatment. Obviously, I've got no makeup on, and did my red light treatment, and then I took a picture right afterwards and still no makeup. So I think you can see in the before and the after picture that I do have like a slight glow in my skin right after using the red light. And I also wanted to show you this picture because even though I have been getting so much closer to the unit, it's not like burning my skin, even though it does get a little bit warm. I wanted to show you that it's, my cheeks are not flushed and red and hot like they get when I am hot, because that's just something you have to deal with when you have the type of rosacea I have, is that my cheeks will get very red when I get hot. So I just wanted to show you, it does get a little warm, but it never gives me that flushed look. But I do think that it gives like a little bit of a glow, and I just wanted to share that with you because I just thought it was kind of interesting to see that. If you follow red light news and you watch other YouTubers' videos on red light, you've probably heard mentioned the study about using green tea prior to using your red light for improved results. So I, of course, heard this as well and wanted to read about the study myself. So I did. I went online and I read the study. And if you're not familiar with this study, it was one man doing the study on himself, one person. Basically, to sum it up, he was using red light every day for 10 months just on its own. Then he used green tea soaked cotton pads on his face, 20 minutes prior to treating himself with the red light for 1 month, and he surmised that his skin was 10 times improved after using the green tea and the red light for that 1 month as compared to what he got all those months of not using green tea before. Well, I don't know. I'm a little skeptical reading that because I don't know, just the whole fact that it's one person, and I don't know, there was just a lot that didn't really resonate with me. But of course, I had to try. So I went out and I bought some green tea toner. I bought this Isntree green tea toner. I'll link it below. From Amazon is where I got it. And I started applying this prior to treating myself with red light. So I have been using this probably 4 months every time I treat myself. And I have to say, I don't notice 10 times improvement, in my skin. I can honestly say I don't think that the green tea is really doing anything miraculous with the red light. So, I like this toner. I think it's a nice toner just on its own, but I don't know if I'll repurchase it just to use it with my red light. So that's just my opinion on the whole green tea with the red light therapy. Another thing, and this is just something that's been helpful for me, and if you do have one of these type of units that you have on the pulley system going up and down, I have ended up putting little pencil marks on the closet door for different heights for different body parts that I want to treat. I have one that works for if I'm treating my lower back, another for my face. I have one for my knees, and I've just found that helpful. So if you happen to have one of these units, and I figure with pencil you can just go ahead and erase it and get it off very easily off of your wall or your closet door. But I just find it helpful when I'm treating for treatments. I know exactly where to go for the correct positioning of the unit. So that's just a little something that I've added since the last time. Now I am going to show you my current results. I'm going to insert a picture. First of all, this is where I started prior to red light. This was how my neck looked prior to red light. And I think the biggest improvement that I've noticed from doing my red light treatments is that somehow it seemed to get rid of like all this extra skin that I had on my neck. And I don't know how that was possible, but it did. I mean, my neck, I'm going to be 54 next month. I mean, it is what it is. My neck does not look like it did when I was 20, and nothing is ever going to make it look that way. I guess short of plastic surgery, which I'm not doing. So, I mean, you have to be realistic with your expectations, but I have definitely seen improvement. The skin is firmer, and I'm got a lot of less like loose skin from when I first started. So now here is a picture of my after picture in my first video. This is where I was in May. And you can see there's a lot of improvement. I feel like the texture is better. And now I am going to show you a comparison picture of the 6 months ago to a picture I just took today. I think there might be some slight improvements in the tone and the texture of my neck, but it's nothing dramatic. But I would say that I am maintaining the results that I initially got, which to me is exactly what I'm hoping for. You know, everyone's got different theories on how they are wanting to age and how they're going about it. And my theory is that I just want to look the best that I can for the age that I'm at. So if I can keep, you know, slowing things down a little bit better, I am thrilled with that. So I'm still seeing results. I don't have to use it every day, which is actually a benefit because, you know, everyone's time is so precious. But I'm just happy that I seem to be maintaining the same results that I got that I showed you in my first red light video. Overall, I'm still extremely happy with how this red light is helping my skin, and I'm just, you know, this will be something that I'm continuing to do for the rest of my life is what I'm planning on. I hope that you all found this video helpful, and if you've got any questions, please go ahead and leave them in the comments below, and I'll do the best that I can to help you in any way possible. And I do want to thank you all so much for joining me. I appreciate you all so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.